As you all know, it's pretty tough to get playing time, let alone start as a true freshman in college football. Well, this past recruiting cycle had good quality quarterbacks in its class, and I think that there's a couple of names that could see the field and potentially start next season as true freshmen. So, stay tuned to find out.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, whose world?
Like I said, there's a couple of true freshman quarterbacks that I can see starting or at the very least seeing some playing time as true freshmen. I have 4 names in mind. The first name on my list is Connor Wigman of Texas A&M. Now, Connor was a 5-star. As we all know, Jimbo Fisher signed the highest rated recruiting class in modern history for the class of 2022. Now, while most of the attention went to the defensive prospects, Connor was an elite pickup in his own right. He was ranked the number 5 player in the state of Texas, the number 2 quarterback, and 22nd overall in last year's class. Now, Connor had his best high school season as a junior in 2020. He passed for 3,803 yards to go along with 42 touchdowns to only 11 interceptions. He'll compete with 2 other good quality quarterbacks this preseason in Haynes King and LSU transfer Zach Johnson. Now the question, will he start? I mean, it's unlikely the true freshman will beat out both players. But he could find himself on the field if the Aggies quarterbacks are not performing well enough or in the event of an injury. Connor is a high-level natural athlete who was an elite baseball prospect in high school. He is a playmaker whose functional athleticism allows for scrambling ability that leads to big plays and accurate throws while on the move. The next true freshman quarterback that I can see getting on the field, or maybe even start, is Walker Howard, who goes to LSU. Now, Walker was a 4-star. Coach Brian Kelly has 4 options to choose from in his first season at LSU. This group is led by Miles Brennan and Arizona State transfer Jalen Daniels. This group also includes sophomore Garrett Nussmeier, who had limited action a year ago. Now, Coach Kelly said the race was wide open after spring ball, but complimented Howard's strong arm after he threw a 55-yard touchdown in the expedition. Now, the question, will he start? I mean, Brennan's a qualified option at starter, but has a history of injury. Daniels does bring athleticism and mobility, but his numbers at ASU just doesn't pop out at you. That could open up a spot for Howard to get some snaps. Now, Howard was the number 4 player in Louisiana, the number 5 quarterback in the nation, and 40th overall for last year's class. He led St. Thomas More to a state title in 2020 after passing for over 3,000 yards with 35 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. Walker is a consistent and accurate passer to all levels. He steps in throws and gets great zip-on balls to the short to intermediate range. Walker is not a dual threat, but has mobility with the ability to extend plays outside the pocket while remaining accurate on the move. The next true freshman quarterback that we might see on the field for this upcoming season is Drew Lamar, who goes to Penn State and was a 5-star. You would think that if any team was set at quarterback, it'd be Penn State, with senior Sean Clifford coming back for another season. But he's also dealt with some injury issues, which could open up a lane for Lamar to step in. Now, Drew was ranked the number 4 quarterback in the nation, the number 3 player from the state of Ohio, and 32nd overall according to 24/7 Sports. He piled up 4,444 yards to go along with 48 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions as a senior. He rushed for another 382 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground. Now, will Drew start? I mean, personally, I don't think so unless Sean Clifford goes down again. Drew does own excellent size with prototypical build of a big-body pro-style quarterback. He is nearly 6'5" and 230 plus pounds and wears it well. His arm strength reflects those physical tools. The ball gets out his hand fast while he displays big arm vertical juice with terrific velocity in short to intermediate situations. And the last true freshman quarterback that I can see seeing the field for this upcoming season is Cade Klubnik, who goes to Clemson and was a 5-star recruit. Now, Coach Sweeney isn't unfamiliar with starting freshman quarterback in games if the situation calls for it. He did with Deshaun Watson in 2014 and Trevor Lawrence in 2018, and could be in position to make that same decision again this year. I mean, Clemson already has a 5-star starter and quarterback DJ Uiagalelei going into his second full season. But he struggled a year ago, throwing just 9 touchdowns and 10 interceptions for the ACC's second least productive offense at 26.3 points per game. Hunter Johnson, who went from Clemson to Northwestern and back to Clemson, is another former 5-star quarterback on the roster. Now for Klubnik, he was the #1 quarterback in the nation, the #1 player in the state of Texas, and 6th overall player for the class. He racked up 7,426 yards to go along with 86 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions in his career, which included 3 Texas State championships. Will he start? I think so. Cade is a natural at the position. He is competitive, but calm and poised. Cade was one of the most accurate passers in the class, whose ball placement and touch stands out. His game reminded me of Zach Wilson. And there you have it. 4 true freshmen that I can see seeing the field next year and maybe even start. Comment below your thoughts on these 4 freshmen. Who do you think will start? Who do you think will get some playing time? And who do you think will redshirt? And while you're at it, go ahead and leave a like. And like I always say, if you love college football or college football recruiting, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. Because it's free. But until next time,